Hello. Welcome to my Mind Over Matter. My name is Rick. And yes, another beautiful show here tonight. Smoking a little bit of my medicine that I had from yesterday. Definitely need it. I had a pretty long day today. I had physical therapy for like an hour and a half, almost 2 hours. Actually, an hour and a half. It was not an hour and a half. It felt like 2 hours. But man, they did a lot of work on me today. Because I told them about what happened to me yesterday with my neck hurting. And I was having this pulsating pain in my neck. So they were like baffled by it. I was like, me too, because the shit happened to me. Hi, Mittens. How you doing? Welcome to the show. So I was going to come on 6, but I needed to eat dinner. So I delayed the show for an hour. Ended up having Thai food for dinner tonight. Thai food is so good. It is. I really like the food. I love the brown rice. The brown rice, it's okay. It's pretty good. Next time I'm going to go for the jasmine rice. But I decided I wanted brown rice today with some chicken and vegetables. Uh, Vegetables were delicious. I love vegetables, especially like broccoli and peppers and onions. Mm. Hopefully, I'm not making you hungry again. Hopefully, you ate. If you haven't ate, I'm sorry for giving you this early munchie, but it was delicious. It's good to try something different from time to time. Hey Ariel, how you doing? Here doing another beautiful show. Today was a really good day, actually. I was happy because Pelosi's gone from the house, which is awesome. Nancy Pelosi. She was just a wicked person. Oh man, she's wicked. And she's gone. No more Pelosi. So that really made my day. Like she's gonna retire from politics. She ain't coming back. She's not welcome. Now with open arms. No, she's done so much like hiding the truth. A lot of crazy shit she's done. Recently too, with her husband. Her husband's that's another dude. That's another mess. That's like that second shit you took in the day. You have to wipe your ass. That's her husband. Um, it's the second shit, and it's like they're just not good people. They're not good people, and I'm surprised she spent as long as she did in politics. It's just unreal how she just maintained her position. It's just disgusting. It is. And that's us, the people voting for these crooks up there in Washington. We're responsible for that. We like to bitch and moan, but we don't do nothing about it. And that's the crazy shit. She's very corrupt. She's very like, she kind of reminds me like Tales from the Crypt. You remember Tales from the Crypt from the 90s? How like the skeleton thing used to come out like that and scare the shit out of you? She reminds me of Tales from the Crypt with hair on. And she's very creepy. She's very creepy. That's so great, but I'm glad you're doing okay. Thank you. Well, why? What's going on? Why not so great? Yes, indeed. Hey, tag team, how you doing? Yeah, poor Nancy, right? Poor Nancy. I hope she has the greatest like vacation life now after she's done. I wish her positive, because there's so much negative as it is, and I don't like her. So I think it'll be nice to send her some positive energy, because the bitch don't know what positive energy is. The bitch is crazy. And what the crazy part was, right? She was so crazy about COVID, right? That word, COVID. She was so crazy about it and everything. But then, like today, as she was greeting and getting hugs and kisses from everyone in the house, I was like, wait a minute, ain't this virus still around? Ain't people not supposed to be like kissing and hugging each other like that? And she was kissing everybody and hugging everybody. Just a year ago, you couldn't do that. Just 2 years ago, you couldn't you dare do it, they shoot you. They'll throw your ass in jail. They will fucking, insurrection. They'll freak out. Like, and then today it was just like nothing ever happened. She was just kissing and licking and high-fiving and touching everybody, and bitch is gonna end up getting sick and she's gonna rot. But we're gonna be positive. We're gonna be super positive, right? Fucking bitch. Oh, she just takes the evil out of me. She is so crooked. It's not even like, she's worse than a crack on the fucking street. You know what I mean? At least the street is repairable. This bitch ain't no way coming back from her. So much shit that she's done. So much money wasted. Yeah. And she tried to gain sympathy. This is what it's called, sympathy. with her husband getting attacked. Her husband, her husband's a fucking. This year was like one of his worst fucking years. First of all, the dude had a DUI, crashed, had a DUI. That was swept under the radar. Like, people stopped talking about it because they kind of like shh. And all of a sudden, the bitch gets attacked, and I'm like, wait a minute, but did he really get attacked? I don't think so. It's gonna come out that was a fabricated, that was a dossier, that was fake. The whole they did that together, sympathy. So it's all part of the game. I can't talk about it because YouTube doesn't let me. So I gotta ask everyone to please join Rumble. Go to rumble.com, and that way I can do an exclusive just for Rumble. I can speak upon this and give you my psychic opinion about the Pelosi's. I tell you right now, it'll be interesting what I feel and what I see. And YouTube cannot handle it. YouTube, real quick, will because, so like I said, someone's watching and someone has their finger on the trigger over there, and the dude, not good. But tonight's show, I'm gonna be on for the next an hour and 50 minutes, 2 hours. If you want to come on to the show, I started this new policy where you have to come in through Rumble. Rumble is the place to be. Rumble is going to get the link for the show from now on. YouTube won't be getting the link to the show. It's going to be Rumble. You can still watch me on YouTube and interact with me on YouTube. But if you want to be on the show, you're going to have to come on Rumble. And I always put out the link in Rumble. And that's what I'm going to do right now. And it's easy to sign up for Rumble. Rumble's super easy. Albie's over in Rumble. Albie's funny. Hey, Albie. Don't worry, I'm always going to go to Rumble. First, I have to, from Streamyard, it shows everyone from YouTube. It doesn't show anybody from Rumble. Rumble, I have to go to the website and see the chat room from there. And Albie's over there. So for those of you that are on YouTube, please go to rumble.com, sign up for Rumble, activate your account. Once your account is set up and activated, come search for my show, My Mind Over Your Matter. It's live, and Albie's over there waiting. Albie's over there waiting. Let me bring in Albie because Streamyard. Okay, it's going to be on Streamyard. Let's go ahead and put it on Rumble. Rumble, you got the link to the show. So if you want to come on to the show, you got to come on through Rumble. There we go. Albie's going to be on with me in a second. How do you know once you're live on Rumble? Rumble always gives you a message. They send you a message on your phone. They always send a message. Like for me, like I have a message. So I'm on YouTube, but if I come onto here, it says it right here. At 7:03 p.m., Rumble, My Mind Over Your Matter started streaming. So you get a notification on your phone when I start streaming. YouTube doesn't even do this. YouTube doesn't even give you a message on your phone. You'll get an email like from YouTube stating that you started the show, but you don't get a message like on your phone because I have the app on my phone, so I get notifications when show starts. YouTube does not do that for their shows, which is fucking sucks. Rumble, you guys are heading in the right direction. I can't wait for like a year from now, like to see how Rumble is gonna be, because I think it's gonna be very good. The company, I think, is gonna be successful. I think they're gonna be a competition to YouTube. they're going to be a strong second competition, which I don't mind being second. You know, sometimes being first gets too much attention. Second place, I'm okay. I'm good. Even though I like first place, but I don't mind being second or third, you know, or anywhere in between those three. Yeah. So how was everyone's day? I know um, Ariel had a day. We need to get that feeling better, you know, because Thanksgiving is a week away. Holy moly, a whole week. See, by now, next week, I'll be full. I'll be full. I'll be hanging out with friends. I'll probably do a fire for Thanksgiving. Do a Thanksgiving fire. Burn some wood. I'll probably buy maybe 3 or 4 stacks of wood. Um, I already got the starter fluid and all that stuff, so I don't need anything else. Just I gotta buy the wood. Um, maybe buy I would say about 3 to 4 since it's Thanksgiving. I'll start the fire early and enjoy an awesome meal on Thanksgiving. I'm looking forward to it. I am. It'll be my first Thanksgiving with special friends, so it's gonna be really good. I'm looking forward to it. I am. I bought the turkey, and my friend's gonna cook it. She's gonna cook it, and it's gonna taste delicious. There's gonna be a lot of food. I can feel the energy. I can feel it feels good. I'm excited. I am. I'm excited for Thanksgiving. Um, and then Black Friday. Oh man, Black Friday's right there too. Black Friday is gonna be wild. I hope there's not craziness. I hope people are not fighting, you know, for a toaster or for air dryer. I remember one year it was a coffee maker and people were freaking fighting like it was the Royal Rumble. I thought it was like WWE. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? Why are they fighting? Oh no, it's just for a fucking coffee maker. Like, what? For a coffee maker and people are going crazy like this? My goodness. Shit. Usually people go wild for televisions and stuff, but that year was the coffee maker. I was like, fucking coffee maker that costs like $20. They fucking going crazy because it's $5. Didn't make any sense to me. I was like, I think sometimes they just do it just to fight to get the anger out, and you know, it's I don't know. Sometimes I think they just do it on purpose. Um, just to get the anger out. I mean, it's good. It's kind of like aerobics, right? Like you're fighting, it's like boxing. You're getting a workout. I guess they're trying to burn calories. I'm trying to think the positive things of it. They're trying to burn calories to get a coffee maker. All right. Yeah, that's wild. Um, that is wild. The link is over at I don't see Albie yet, but I'll be coming. I gotta set up my joint, by the way, because I always smoke my medicine while I'm on the show. And yes, I grow my own medicine, so it's nice and crispy and ready. Smells good. I can't wait for the next cycle, the next graduating class of my marijuana. Just because I know how to grow. I know how to grow hydroponics. I've never grown dirt, so I don't know soil, like how to grow in soil, because it takes certain chemicals also to do it. Never done it. Never done it. Not really. Doesn't really draw me interest because I do indoor grow. So I have a box. I have a closet. It's a big closet. I have a closet where I have all my equipment, and my lighting, my everything. That's all in that box. Once you close that box, you can't even. No lights come out of it. No scent. No nothing. And it just grows in there. You could grow other things too, like throughout the season. You could grow like lettuce if you wanted to, or any type of like cilantro, oregano. Like the lighting that I have in there is really good for growing veggies. But I grow my marijuana. I'm very successful. I've done it for many years, and I just love that I can provide for myself. I can provide medicine for myself, and I wish everyone that does and intake this medicine can grow it for themselves instead of having to purchase it. Because it's something that it's. I don't think this is this is a medicine that should be like always having to buy because it's very expensive. Like when you go to the dispensary, you're basically spending like anywhere between $30 to $40, like for an eighth. That's only 3.5 grams. That's nothing. I mean, I can make it like I can make an eighth last, because when I smoke, well, since I'm home and I grow my own, I put I'm starting to yawn again for some reason. I put 0.6 grams. So that equals, a point six is a little bit more than I would if I would bought in the dispensary. Because if I get it from the dispensary, I will put 0.5. I will do 0.5, and that way I know I have 7 joints that I could roll with 0.5. Since I grow my own, I could put a little teeny bit more, and it's just as good. But it's very expensive because it adds up. In a day, there's people that are really smokeaholics. Okay. The yawning again, crazy. There's smokeaholics that usually will put about a gram in their joint. They'll roll up a big ass fatty blunt, and they will smoke that. And I don't do that. No. I rather do 0.5s. I smoke clean. I don't put any tobacco inside of me. No tobacco products inside of me. Everything is my wraps are organic paper wraps. The tip is also a paper tip. I like the clean. I just want the marijuana. I don't want the tobacco because people they put the tobacco. They do the little fillies and their little joints and they do blunts. That's what they call blunts, and that's a tobacco product. And tobacco it's you still could get cancer. If you're smoking a tobacco with marijuana. You're not helping the cause. You're actually giving yourself a higher chance of getting cancer. Okay. So for me, I do the clean smoking. So it's a paper, all organic paper wrap, like paper joints. Let me go ahead and bring in Albie. Albie!
What's up?
I don't know. I started choking a little bit here. Talking about marijuana.
Yeah.
No, I mean, if it's legal in your state, if it's recreational in your state, I believe you could grow up to 3 plants. I know here in my state, where I'm at in Connecticut and Massachusetts also, you could grow 3 plants. You could grow 3 adults and 3 juvenile. You could keep the juvenile at a juvenile state until the 3 large ones are done. And then when the 3 large ones are done and cut up, and then you can put the juveniles to go through the process again. I've never done that. I've never done a back-to-back grow. Because it's a lot of work. It is. It's a lot of work. And doing a back-to-back, because the light bill in the summertime is not good to grow in the summer. The best time to grow for me is in the winter. Is starting like in December and finishing up and having everything done. Right about April. It should be done by April and dried and stuff and be ready for 420. I'm gonna see if I can start it this year. If I could start in December, start my grow in December. I mean, I can. I have the seeds. I have everything that I need to do it. I just need to put my back into it. Get motivated and do it. But I have other things I want to do and other things that I need to do. And this needs to change. This whole everything that you see here, except the dusk. The dusk is starting to change. Well, a little bit, not so much. It's gonna change. Maybe I'm gonna save it for the new year. Do the change for the new year. Come on and do a New Year's show or something. Do a New Year's unveiling of the new MyMindoverYourMatter studios. I think it's gonna be really cool. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be fun. I gotta grind out my medicine. Damn. Yeah, grind it up. What's up, Bobby? What are you doing, man? What's your medicine? You smoked on your medicine already?
Yep, I sure did. I have to wait till tomorrow, Saturday, for a new nug, but
Damn. In Ohio, is it legal out there to smoke, or like, what's
well,
the
you
deal?
need it's for medical.
Only medical?
Yeah, we're medical.
Okay, I have my medical license, so I'm good. I could go and purchase in Ohio. All I have to do is show them my license, show them my medical license.
You might like to see in Ohio too.
Mm-hmm. Well, at least here now is we have recreational. Also, that just passed. I think the upcoming year is going to be the first full-fledged year of recreational here in Connecticut.
Wow.
Massachusetts, the state next to me, has recreational, and I've been to the dispensaries in there, and I smoked some of the medicine from there. I mean, it's okay. It's just expensive. It feels like it's more expensive. Like you're being taxed the hell out of yourself. Like literally $40 for an eighth I think it's highway robbery. I think it's robbery. I mean, for an eighth, I think $20 it should be a good enough price. It'll be a better price.
$5, I get an eighth over for $45.
How much?
For an eighth quarter, like an eighth higher, I pay my friend $45 and boom.
Well, for an eighth?
No, for an eighth over.
For an eighth over, what's that?
Well, it's like an eighth quarter. It's a little bit above eighth. Because he only do $45 bags and
like half an ounce?
No, half an ounce. That's like $100. That's way too expensive.
So you're talking about like two quarters? Like I don't know, like a little bit more. I don't know. I don't know how he does this process, but I'm saying
I think a quarter is more than an eighth, right?
A quarter, it's a little bit more than an eighth.
Yeah,
it is more than an eighth. It's actually it's about 0.25. It's quarter of an ounce, because half an ounce, and then let's see. Yeah, I mean, he's probably selling you like a quarter ounce or a little less than a quarter ounce. And but still, I think like for me, like I'd rather grow my own, so that way. Yeah, how many grams is it? Good question, Tracy. You don't have a scale, do you?
Me, no.
Oh shit. Well, we'll never know, Tracy. We'll never know, Dick Tracy. But I like that show too. The movie Dick Tracy, such a good movie. Uh,
Yeah, Roger Rabbit up in it.
yeah, yeah. It's just, Roger Rabbit's another one. That's a good one. But Dick Tracy was a good movie. Um, See, when I used to buy, this is back in the days, back in the before it was
Hmm.
before it was legal, when marijuana was illegal. I used to buy my marijuana by like an ounce. Like I would buy a whole ounce. It used to cost me like shit. Yeah, I forgot how much I paid for it. And it was pretty like 200 and something dollars for like an ounce. And it was like really good shit. And like it would last me such a long time because remember that's a whole ounce and I'm doing zero point 0.5 grams a joint. So it would last me a very, very long time. So I used to buy it like once a month. Like I would go to my dealer and be like, this is my sacrifice. Here's my blood. Now give me my medicine. And give it to me like a nice rolled up pouch. And then he would have me sample um, to see if I like it. So he would have a joint rolled up. He's like, smoke it and see if you like it. And I'm like, hell, fuck yeah. That's one thing that was cool about my dealer back in the days. Like he'll have a joint rolled up and then he'll have you sample it to see if you like how you feel. And if you did, you just bought it. It was pretty cool. I get to sample my shit first before taking it home. I'm like, hell yeah, I want to roll me another one. Can I take this sample with me? Yeah, 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 you can take it. I said, that's what's up. You hear the train horn?
Yeah.
I love it. But my dealer was awesome because I was a regular customer, so he knew he was getting his money every month from me. It cost money, but I was working hard, and I could at that time I afforded it. I could afford it. I could afford it. It was. I busted my ass working. I was a workaholic. I was. I worked day and night for many years. I used to work daytime in a commercial building. I was a plant operation manager, and I worked at the hospital overnight, working in the morgue, and working in the emergency room. So just processing people's bodies, you know, doing other things in the hospital. I did security at the beginning of it. Then I was doing a lot more of the morgue and working in the morgue, and it was unique. Just looking at so many dead bodies, and then looking at the tattoos. That's what really stopped me from getting any tattoos in my life was after working the morgue. Just because like I saw all these old people, right? And I saw their tattoos because I have to document everything. So I have to see the whole body. And um those tattoos were horrible. There was this woman I will never forget in my life. I guess he was part of the military or something. I don't know. I'm not sure. But he had this lady his arm, and she was a naked lady. Okay, naked lady. You could tell he had this tattoo for a very, very long time. This looks like from like World War II, right? The naked lady had super saggy tits. like it was so saggy because he was old. So like the tattoo, it did it. It's not nice, and her boobs were like it looked like it was touching her waist. That's how bad it was. I'm like, oh hell no. I just started laughing. I feel bad for the dude. I'm like, I'm laughing in front of you. You're dead, but you have a saggy titty on your arm, and it's like I don't know how to react, but to laugh. I'm like, I've never seen this before. I was like, what the? Her boobs were supposed to be up here because you could tell it was up here, but it went from up here to like down here, like to the knees, and then she was laying down like sideways like that, so it was kind of like droopy like sideways, and it was just oh, I get goosebumps because it was so freaking weird, like saggy boobs on a man's body. It was preventing me from ever getting a tattoo. I never want a tattoo because I know they're gonna laugh at me. The people who are gonna process my body is gonna laugh because I laughed, and everybody, even my partner that was working, he heard me laugh. He's like, "Hey, what's so funny?" I was like, "Yeah, come over here and look at this." He came over. He just couldn't stop laughing. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take a break. I need to take a break. Put them back in the freezer. I'll continue to process it when I get back. Let me. I need a 5 minute breather. This is too much. It was my first saggy booby, naked lady, sideways with the way it just looked. The boobs on like it was overlapping her stomach, and it was like touching her side, and I was like, ugh. I can't do it. I can't. I'm sorry. If I made you laugh, it doesn't make you a bad person. We need to laugh. We need that good energy. But holy shit, man. Saggy titties. Woo. And I'm not making fun of the older ladies that do have the saggy boobs. That's fine. You know, you're beautiful when everywhere you are. It's just on a tattoo. And then the way his skin looked and how wrinkly it was. And it was just a really bad tattoo. Bad. See, they should warn people when they get their tattoos. They should come with a warning. It's like when you die, you might get laughed at. You may get laughed at. They should put a warning. It's like when you die or if you get older, your tattoos are not going to look the same as I'm doing the artwork right now. You know, that's one thing that sags when you get old is tattoos. Let me finish rolling my joint here. Just line it up and roll it up. And if you want to know what I use for a roller, I use King Rollers. You can go to the website. No, I'm not sponsored by them or anything like that, but I like their products. It's a little, you know, it does cost some money. It is a little pricey, I guess. But I have a nice roller, and I got it from kingrollers.com. And the products, this product here, I had it for years. Almost, what, 4 years I've had this roller, and it's wood, and it's going to last me for another, easily can last. The leather on it, I did replace it because after a while it gets, you know, old and you have to replace it. At least that's replaceable. Saggy titties, I mean, for if you're alive, yeah, you could get that repaired. You could have like plastic surgery, but saggy titties, I mean, it's okay. It's gravity. Blame it on gravity. You know, even men have saggy titties, so fuck y'all, man. Fuck y'all too. Y'all got saggy boobs too. Don't get it twisted. Y'all gonna get there. We're all gonna have saggy boobs.
You can show up during bench presses. You get some big ass tits. You don't have to worry about saggy tits then.
Saggy titties. We don't want. But Latoya, how you doing? Latoya Bryant. You could get a reading. Yes, you can. Join me on Rumble. If you go to rumble.com, sign up for Rumble, activate your account, search for my show, My Mind Over Your Matter. The link is posted in Rumble. You can join the show. That's how Albie comes onto the show. Right, Albie? He comes through where?
Rumble.
Rumble, where I'm going to be doing exclusive shows there. I cannot wait to do my first exclusive. I cannot wait. It's going to be fun. It might happen soon because I got 10 subscribers. So I know 10 people will watch. So, and it'll be exclusive. It'll be in there. People have to come. It's going to get political. It's going to get funny. It's going to get dirty. It's going to get whatever you want. You're going to get it. That's what you're going to get from Rumble. And the link is posted in Rumble. Yeah, don't get a tattoo, dude. I don't know if you have any, but for people that are watching my show, please don't get a tattoo or wear piercings. Because then, like, okay. Don't put any piercings in your yum-yums. Okay? Any of your yum parts, don't put any piercings. No nipple piercings, no the yum down there, anything female, male, don't put jewelry, because we got to take it off, and then it just, it's like, how many piercings I had to take off from people and their yum-yums? Not nice. Not nice. I had to put it in a biohazard bag, and then I have to take it. They send it with the body. It's crazy. So no piercings in your yum-yums. Okay, ladies and gentlemen too. The worst ones are the gentlemen. The females I'm not even worried about. It's the fucking men. Like, why do you put these things in your wee-wee? Like, it's like this bar and bars and balls. I'm like, what the hell is this? It's like, what the man? And I gotta take this shit off. And I gotta be grabbing up on your goodies. Like, fuck. That sucked. Please, men, don't mutilize yourself. Please don't put anything on your wee-wee. Leave the yum-yums alone. Don't touch that area. Don't put weird piercings. You know how many nipples and balls and yeah. You have to use your imagination. It's not nice.
Yeah, they're gonna have babies. You don't want to be personal private.
What hurt me the most, I'm telling you about what hurt me the most working in the hospital, that really gets me all the time, and I always cry all the time. Always cry all the time. Is when a baby passes away, like a stillbirth, and oh man, having to carry the baby down and process the baby, it's just pulls on the heartstrings so fucking hard, man, so hard, and on the staff, it takes a effect with them too. They get emotional. It's tough. You see, hospital workers, they're so underestimated because they do so much in all fields. But remember that you go there to get cured, but you also go there to die. And I handled the death part. That's how, like, for me, like if I go to a morgue, like let's say I'm retired, so I'm not going back to work like that. I'm doing this from now on. But if I was able and I wasn't so fucked up the way I am right now, I could work in the morgue easily. They hire me so fast. They're like, with all my credentials, shit, I would not have a problem, and I would get paid really good. Because I don't have, like, it doesn't bother me, like looking at the dead bodies and looking at their face and looking at their body. It's just, it was part of the job. It's not for everybody. Not everyone could do that job, because there's people, they get like scrimmage, like they just like, oh, like, oh, I can't do that, no way. Like, but there's people that have to do that job, because there's people that have to process your body when you pass away. And that's for everybody. Everybody that's listening, you're going to die, and someone is going to look at you naked, and they're going to process your body, and you gotta go through it. It's this, and it's not only me that looks at it, because once I release the body from the hospital, that goes to the morgue. Either goes to the morgue or goes to the medical examiner. It depends on what's the case. If it was a natural death, okay, they'll go to the funeral home. But the thing is that it depends on the family, because if the family wants an autopsy, then I have to do the paperwork to send the body to the medical examiner. And then from the medical examiner, they'll do the autopsy. And then once they're completed, they'll release the body to the funeral home. And then it takes about 6 months to get the results of the autopsy and stuff. And if it's it all depends on what's the case. Every case is different. Like, everybody's different. If the person died of, let's say, toxicology, we have to do toxicology. But we usually send that to the ME, to the medical examiner. So they do the toxicology. They do, it depends if the person died of an overdose or alcohol overdose, suicide. It all depends. If the case comes in funny, then we send it to the medical examiner. It's cool. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Alice. Welcome to the show. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. I'm talking about my previous job, what I used to do. So if it's entertaining, please leave a like. And if you're on Rumble and you're watching, leave a like also. Hit the little plus sign and subscribe. We're trying to build that subscription count up there on Rumble. But working as in the morgue, it's a lot of work. And everyone dies. And there was nights that I wasn't busy, right? So I would just hang out in the emergency room, or I would go to intensive care, because I had some coworkers that were, friend of mine. So I would go and visit them, and they see me walk around and say, "Look, we don't have no bodies yet." I was like, "No, I'm here to visit." "Oh, okay." I was like, it's like I was the Grand Reaper and shit. It's like, what the fuck? I'm not here for a body. I'm here for your body. I'm here to talk to you. They look at me like I'm the Grand Reaper and shit. I'm like, no, I'm okay. Like, I'm not here for anything. I'm just here to talk, because I had nothing to do. Some nights I really had nothing to do. And then when I hear a code blue, or a different a rapid response, or depends on what code came out over the intercom, then I'm like, okay, I might be busy. I might, I'll call like the emergency room. And when the code is happening, I'll call the emergency room and go, "Yo, how serious is this?" Sometimes they tell me, "Yeah, it's real serious." I was like, "All right, I'll be ready." They're like, "Yeah, I think so." They usually give me like that, "Yeah, I think so," because this one's coming in like coding bad. I'm like, okay. So I will get my stuff, get everything ready. I'll pre everything, have everything ready, paperwork and stuff, because there's a lot of paperwork. And then they'll call me if the person passes away. They'll call me. They'll call my pager, my cell phone, and like, "Hey, we got one over here for you." They tell me the name, the age, sex, Um, they'll tell me what it was. It was a cardiac arrest. It was an accident. Or it was like all depends what it is. Then I be between me and the doctor. This is like between me and the doctor. We'll decide if it's going to go to the medical examiner or if it's going to be a straight funeral. Straight to the funeral house, like funeral home. Uh, Yeah, it was like basically like 50-50 with the medical examiner. Like I said, it's only like there was this one case that came in. I'm like, this is story time because if you want a reading, please come in through Rumble. And once you join the show, I'll give you a reading. But since nobody's here, it's story time. I'll never forget this one. I was in the emergency room, right? It was a busy night, full moon. Go figure. And we had our emergency room. Okay, the entrance, let's say it's right here in the front, right here. Okay, so the entrance will be right here. Then all around will be rooms that go all around the emergency. It was like a big circle, right? The first two rooms were isolation rooms. Like isolation is emergency, but isolation, where if this person's coming in like with some kind of virus or some kind of like, we had to throw him into the isolation room. This case that came in had to go into the isolation room. He was just not good. He was really bad shape. Like really, I'm like, fuck, I gotta go to get my stuff. It's like something told me to stay, so I just stayed. And all of a sudden, the doctor went in there. The guy was not good. He was dying. He was dying. And I was like, and he was just screaming. He was just like out of control. And then all of a sudden, the guy just starts vomiting blood everywhere. Starts vomiting blood. And the nurse is like, "Oh, we need a transfusion. We need blood." I'm like, I looked at the girl in the front. I looked at the other nurse. I was like, that's gonna be a waste of blood. I just said just like that. I was like, order it, but it's gonna be a waste of blood. I already knew he was gonna die. Like I knew. So they put the call in for the blood, right? The guy's bleeding out. There's blood everywhere. Like it looked like the fucking exorcist, like blood everywhere. I looked in there, I was like, oh, fuck. I went back to my area because my office was in the middle of the hospital. Okay, if I'm walking, it was to the left. So I'll walk halfway down, go make a left, past the elevator, and there was my office. So I'll go in, get all the paperwork ready, put the dates and everything on there. And as I'm going back to the emergency room, I go back in with my paperwork and all my stuff. The nurse comes up to me. She's like, "Rick, man, you're right." I was like, "What? Oh, the guy?" He's like, "Yeah, the guy's he passed." I go, "Did they give him the transfusion?" He's like, "By the time the transfusion came here, he was already dead. Like he just like died with his blood. Like he just bled out." I was like, "Wow." I go, "That's the first time I ever seen that." She's like, "Me too. I never seen anybody throw up blood that much all over the place." Like the doctor had blood all over his uniform and everything, and the nurse in there too. I was like, I hope they're going home, right? Or they're gonna change because the doctor had uniforms, but the nurse, we had to send her home. She cleaned herself up really good, but she had to go home. She was kind of distraught too. It was really disturbing. Um, but I had to process that body. So I was like, can we get someone to clean the floor? Because I gotta process. I gotta send this to the medical examiner because this is just. The doctor looked at me. He was like, what the fuck was that about? Just like that. I was like, your guess is better than mine. I've never seen that before. And I process a lot of bodies, And he knows too. And he's like, Rick, man, I've never seen anything like this before. I've been a doctor for 25 years. I've never seen a patient just throw up that much blood all over the place. It was really, really scary. It was scary. Um, but it was simple. I got the body. I put it in the morgue. I had my partner help me. We I didn't even we didn't even clean him up. We left him the way it is because the medical examiner needs to examine his body. So I'm trying to preserve all the evidence, everything. And as soon, literally, I called the medical examiner. I was like, listen, I need for you guys to come over here like ASAP. Like, we have a case that's just happened. The guy just was throwing up blood everywhere. He passed away. I got all the paperwork ready. Can you come get him right now so we can figure out what's going on? Like, yeah, we're gonna send someone right now. We'll send someone right now. Literally, I didn't have to wait that long. It was like 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and they were there. I go, you guys are not busy, huh? They're like, nah, we were just waiting. I was like, it's gonna be busy because this one right here is a wild one. So have fun. And it's like, thank you. But the paperwork is intense. It's a lot of paperwork. I needed, their license, their driver's license, the medical examiner's license, and there was this other ID that I needed to release the body. So, but I knew them, but I had to I had to photocopy it. I have to put all the information down, sign it, get the doctor, sign it, get a witness, sign it. And then once I had my witness signed and I'm signed and the doctor signed, I released the body. I was like, have fun, take care. That's how it was. My worst time working the morgue was during Hurricane Katrina. Hurricane Katrina, we had a lot of people die. And the problem is we lost power. So my freezer was not working. And the generators that were supposed to be in the hospital, guess what? Did not fucking work. And OSHA came out, which is the government, like the inspectors came out, and and the generators are not working. My freezer is not working. I'm talking to the director of the hospital. I'm like, listen, I have 6 bodies in the morgue. I cannot fit any more people in there. I mean, I am like, I have a body behind my desk. You know what I mean? I have ice packs on top of these bodies just to keep them cold. I got to get them out of here. You know what I mean? So it's during the hurricane, can't really send anything out. It's a safety thing. But I'm like, if any more people die, I don't have space. I need another room. So they did another room for me. But we had no power. We had to evacuate all the intensive care, everyone that was on life support. We had to, and the thing is, it was on the 6th floor, the intensive care. I don't know why they put it up on the top of the floor. For some reason, I have no fucking clue. Because once the power went out, we had to evacuate all of our intensive care out of the hospital, and we had to take them down through the stairs. Good thing the stairs is wide enough so we could take them down on the mattress. But we couldn't unplug them. We had everything running on battery. We had the pumps, like the air pumps, for the oxygen. That was battery. When the power goes out, it runs on battery, and it's like a 24-hour battery. After that's done, that dude has no air. He's gonna die. So we had to transfer all the patients out of the emergency from the intensive care to another hospital. And thank goodness they had power and they had some space. So we sent all the ones that were on life support over to the other hospital. And that night I had 2 people die, which made it 8 people in my morgue. But then the next day, I was able to get the funeral homes to come out, get the bodies, get a medical examiner for 2 of them, and and the rest were just funeral homes that I had to clear out. The next day was a lot easier because they came out and I had them lined up. I had them ready and lined up. I just had to look at the face, look at the tag, match it with the paperwork, make sure all the paperwork is squared off. Bye bye. And each one of them, boom, 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 boom. And I couldn't leave the hospital. I had to work like I had to sleep in the hospital. I couldn't go to my daytime job. I had to stay and I called my daytime job. I was like, listen, I have an emergency out here. I'm in because there's a hurricane. I have a lot of dead bodies here. They knew I worked in the morgue. They're like, okay, Rick, okay, go ahead and, take care of that. We'll see you in 3 or 4 days. I go, yeah, if anything comes up, I'll if I can sneak out, I'll go over and I'll check over, maintenance wise and real quick. I'll just do a quick check. They're like, oh yeah, if you could do that, we'll appreciate it. We're gonna pay you anyways. I was like, okay, cool. That's all I wanted to hear. You were gonna pay me. As long as I hear that money, I'm okay. I'll do the job. And it was interesting times. But if anybody gets into that field, if you want to work in the funeral home or the morgue, it pays good money. It pays good money, and you get a lot of hours. You don't even have to work overtime. It's not even a bad word. You know how some companies they're like, you don't go overtime. You go overtime, you're gonna get in trouble, and this and this and that. Yeah, right. My job encouraged me. They're like, motherfucker, if you want to work 60 hours a week, we're gonna pay you. I'm like, no, I'll do 50. I won't do 60 because I have a daytime job already. I have a daytime and a nighttime. I sleep in between. Oh man, that year I made good money. I worked a lot. I worked 100 hours a week. 100 hours a week. Every week for like 3 years. I did it. And I had a great, both jobs were the best. They both were good. I worked with really good people. I had a good personality. So I got along with everybody. The hospital, oh man, it was a blast. Even though, I had to do with sadness and, sometimes I had to go over to, what's that section? Hospice. I had to go to hospice because sometimes I had to process the body from there too. So I would go to because the hospice was connected to the hospital, but it was a side of it was a branch, like a section wing that was just hospice. And then the thing I didn't understand what hospice is, and some of the families I didn't understand because they were one family actually. I have another story. There was this one family, right? It had at least 20 members, at least minimum. It was a Cuban family. And they were crying, they were fighting, they were bitchy, they were like coming hard on the employees. I'm like, what's going on here? Like, security was there and everything, trying to get them out of the area. I'm like, one was like on the body, crying and shaking the body, like, no, don't go, don't go. Like, I was like, do you understand this is hospice? Like, they come here to die. Like, they have like very limited time to live, like less than like 24 hours sometimes, less than a week to live. That's why they're here in hospice, because they're dying. Like, they're not coming back. Like, when you're in hospice, that's it. You're a goner. You're going down. And these people were like fighting and throwing shit, and it was just crazy. I was like, and then all in Spanish, and I know Spanish. I know what they're saying, and I'm like, I need to process this body. I was like, I looked at the nurse, right, and she looked at me. She was a chubby black lady, sweetheart. Oh my god, she used to bring me some food sometimes, and she cooked so good. She was a sweetheart. She looked at me. She's like, Yeah, that's the type of night I'm having. I'm like, fucking people fighting. She's like, Rick, you know how it is. I'm like, yeah, but the person's like, you're in hospice. You're going to die. Like the family already knows this person's dying. This person's gonna die. But they were fighting in there. We had to get the cops even involved, to clear out the area. And they didn't get in trouble. The cops came, they cleared the scene, cleaned everything. And they're like, I was like, dude, the cops they're funny. I come and I talked to them. I go, dude, I never seen shit like this before in here, man. The people are dying here, and the people just got crazy. Like I would understand if it was an emergency room, and I dealt with that in the emergency room. But this is hospice. These people are dying. They're dead. They're like pretty much waiting to die, and yeah, process the body. It was super easy. I didn't even I sent it to the funeral home. It's hospice. Everything's already pre-planned. Like all we do is call. Put it this way, I process the body. I even leave the body in the room. I don't even take it to my morgue. I call them. They already know. It's already pre-arranged. Like the funeral services, all that stuff is already pre-arranged. So as soon as I call them, they come, and in about 15-10 minutes, they're there. I process the paperwork and stuff, and then I release the body. I don't even have to take it off from the room. Fuck that. But because it's private room, like all the hospital rooms are private, and you just tape it off. If once the person dying, you tape it off, put the thing, and call, and that's it. But the emergency room, I've dealt with so many cases. There was so many cases in there, and then so many. Like there was this one that were like, it was crazy. It got like the family, because it was a tragic death. It was an accident. It was a motorcycle accident, and the person died. On the way to the hospital, he died. So the ambulance still brings the body to the hospital. They bring it into the room. They let me know in advance. Look, we got one. Come in. So get your stuff ready. I'm like, okay. So I get all my stuff ready. I come over to the emergency room. The dude was missing like parts of his body. It was just gone. And he had his helmet on. He had his vest on, but the side was just ripped out, and he died on the scene. Like not on the scene. He died in the ambulance on the way to the hospital because he was still alive. But the ambulance called in and said, like, he's not gonna make it. We're bringing him in. I'm like, okay. The nurse, the responders on the out. That one was crazy because then I had to process that body, and it looked like a shark attack. Like the whole side was just gone, and it was creepy. It was creepy a little bit because it kind of hurt me a little bit, just because it was a tragic accident, and the family was coming in screaming, crying. We couldn't let them in the room. We're trying to tell them, look, sorry for your love. He passed away. The doctor will put them all, because we had a special room where we had put the family in and tell them. And I had to go in the room too with the doctor, and the doctors explained to them, listen, he didn't make it. He passed away on the way to the hospital. He actually passed away in the ambulance on the way here. And we tried to resuscitate him, but it didn't work, and I'm sorry. And they got really emotional. They were screaming, crying, because the guy was like 28 years old. He wasn't that old. He was a young guy. He was 28. And that's why I don't ride bikes either, because I know what they're capable of. Yeah, they're fast, they're nice, but that body and the way it looked, and it's not. he had his helmet on. He had a jacket on, a leather jacket. He had the vest on. It just got him on the side, and there was nothing you could do. You know, I processed the body. I sent it over to the medical examiner, and that was it. But I want to say hi for those that are coming in now. It's thank you for coming through. I appreciate it. What you need to know about a relationship? Why I passed my medical assessment? Yeah, why? If you're putting the hard work, Kelly, and you keep focused and just don't overthink it. Don't overthink anything. You'll be able to pass it. I just saw your chat right now. Hi George, how you doing? But for your anything, any exams, any like if you put the hard work in and you do the studying and you're focused, don't overthink it, because that's the worst thing you could do is start second guessing and then start overthinking things. And that's where people get a lot of trouble when they get mistakes. Mistakes happens is when they overthink. Just stay calm. When you're doing your exams and stuff, just calm, cool, collective. The answers will come to you. They always do. And that goes for everything in life. I mean, you could apply that to everything in life. If you stay focused and stay patient, anything you put your mind to, you have the capability of doing. If you're fighting a disease, if you're fighting a virus, if you're fighting for your life, a lot of like meditating is awesome to do. But just don't overthink it. That's all. It's just keep living your life to the fullest, because I know life is short, and I've seen so many people that I seen pass away that their life was cut short. Like I said, the babies was the one that hurt me the most. The babies are always, because we wrap them up, like a cocoon. We wrap them up like a cocoon, and we carry them down, like carry the baby down. Always, like, I get goosebumps. It just and then there's just crying and stuff, and it's sad. It's really sad. But that's part of life. You're born to die, and you're going to die. It's just how you're going to die is the question. How are you going to die? Is it going to be a tragic accident? Is it going to be, murder? Is it going to be natural causes? Is it going to be a drowning? Is it going to be an insect that bites you and kills you? It's so many ways of dying, and we take for granted our lives. We really do. We don't take our life seriously, and that's the problem. People don't take their life seriously. You only have one life to live. You're alive now. You're lucky. Because death is on the horizon. It's always going to be there. That's part of life. You're going to die. I'm going to die. We're all going to die. It's just how and when are we going to die? That's the $1 million question. But just keep this in mind. They will be looking at you naked when you die. We're gonna look at you, and I'm not the only one that's gonna look at you. The funeral home will look at you. If they send you to the medical examiner, they're gonna look at you. They're gonna see all your goodies. So, and it depends what you do in your if how you have your death set up. Do you want to be buried? This is a good question. Maybe we should talk about this. Would you prefer? Would you prefer to be buried or cremated? That's a good question. I think I could do a question answer thing. I gotta learn how to do this. I need to set it up where I could put questions like so you could pick which one. Would you like to be buried 6 feet under, or would you like to be cremated? For me, I'm gonna break the ice and I'll let everyone else here know I want to be cremated. Something about it is very spiritual. The energy from it is very intense. I feel like being buried, I'm claustrophobic for one. Me knowing that if I die, I'm gonna be 6 feet under with dirt over me and a close quarter casket. I can't do it. Even in death, and then strangers around me because I'm in a pit, pretty much in a pit, and there's other dead people around me that I don't know, strangers that I don't know around me. I don't know how comfortable is that. Like for me, no. I already, my family knows, everyone knows, and you guys know now. When I die, I will be cremated. And then I want my ashes put out in the ocean. So all fish could eat eat. Well, they're not gonna eat me, but we'd be fish food. But my ashes will. Why is my phone going crazy? Like for real? What's going on here? My phone kept vibrating. Oh, tag team, you commented on my. All right, thank you. Oh, football game. No wonder. Oh, my credit score went up. Oh, thank you, Expedian. Like they let me know when my credit goes up. It's like, of course, it's gonna keep going up. Let's see here. Thank you. You see, I get messages from Rumble. So Rumble, you always get comments and so forth. But I just gotta refresh this here to see the comment. Hi everyone, tag team, you're so funny. Let me put out the link again because I see the link is not there. Because sometimes it just after a while it just drops off. But let me go ahead and put out the Streamyard. If you want to come on and say hi, you're more than welcome to. Go to streamyard.com/MyMindoverYourMatter. Join the show, and the link is posted in the chat room. Yeah, it's a football game tonight, and I just got a message at the same time. Tag team. So every time I get a comment, like YouTube, I don't get that on here on YouTube. I don't get any of my comments. Like if anybody writes a comment, I don't get it on my phone. Like with Rumble, it comes to my phone and it vibrates. It tells me, look, someone wrote to you. Oh, okay. I check it out. It was tag team. I was like, oh, thank you, tag team. I appreciate that. Tag team 0119. That's awesome. Thank you. What channel is the football game? Prime. Let me watch it. I have Prime, so I could put it on my phone. I'll just put it on silent so nobody can hear the game. But I could watch it. I'm rooting for Green Bay. I would like Green Bay to win, but we'll see. I'm happy that the freaking Eagles lost. I'm so happy they lost. I'm not an Eagles fan, and two, I didn't want them to run the table and go undefeated. I knew they weren't that good. They were good, but not that good. But it's knowing where they're playing at. Where are they playing? Is it Green Bay? I think they're playing in Green Bay. It's snowing. Oh, and I heard also that the Buffalo Bills game got moved to Detroit. They're going to be playing in Detroit against Cleveland Browns. And the reason why they moved the game is because between tonight and Saturday night, they are going to get a couple of feet of snow dumped on them. I think it's like the lake effect snow. There's like a system that's supposed to come through, and then the lake effect snow is going to affect. I think the Buffalo Bills would. How can you? Okay, this is stupid, right? Knowing that you are next to the Great Lakes and you're in Buffalo, wouldn't you have a stadium that has a dome that prevents from like inclement weather, like snowstorms like this? Um, Especially Buffalo, because Buffalo's worse than Green Bay. I mean, Green Bay, Wisconsin, they get snow and it'll get heavy there, but nothing like Buffalo. When you get that lake effect snow, you could get dumped snow like feet over feet over feet over feet of snow, and they moved the football game from Buffalo to Detroit. But it looks so pretty. Like I'm looking at the Green Bay game, and the way the snow's coming down, it's coming down. You know, these games are always fun because they're both Tennessee. That's a cold state too, so they usually get snow too. So it's a pretty good matchup. And touchdown by the Tennessee Titans. They're the first ones to score. Touchdown, Ryan Tannehill pass to what's his? I don't know. I didn't see the name of the person. Hillard. Hillard is their running back. So let me see. Yeah, it was right to the running back was wide open too. Touchdown. 6-0. Tennessee Titans in the lead. Wow, look at that snow. It looks like cotton balls. It looks like cotton balls going sideways. And it's good. The field goal is good. So Tennessee Titans 7, Green Bay 0. And a cold, windy, snowy night in Wisconsin. Yeah. Good timing to watch the game. I'm going to be on here for another 38 minutes. So if anybody wants to come on the show, now's the chance to do it. Story time is kind of wrapping up. Kind of wrapping up the story time. It was a good hour of almost close to an hour of talking. It's kind of quiet right now, so I'll be on till 9 p.m. Wrap it up early today, just a 2-hour show. Just because I did physical therapy today and I am tired, and tomorrow's Friday. Woohoo! So maybe I could do something for Friday. We'll see. We'll see what I can do. I don't think it's going to be a late night this Friday because I'm not starting that late night yet. Late nights, I want to start that when I get the new studio set up. When I get the new studio set up and everything's all set up the way I want it, which I'm gonna work on this weekend. I'm gonna work on it. I need help, so I'll have my partner help me. So help me with a few things that I need help with, and moving things around and stuff like that, and setting up everything. It shouldn't be hard to do. Well, yeah, it's gonna be a little hard, but we just gotta do the setup and put everything together. And I gotta borrow a ladder. I need a ladder. So you thinking like, what the fuck? Rick needs a ladder for his show. It's like, just you'll see. You will all see. and I gotta do some testing and stuff, and I gotta see how it looks, and it's just gonna be a lot at the moment. I'm going into territories I've never been before, and I feel like it's gonna work out. So Green Bay is getting the ball, got tripped up, and they're down at the 23-yard line, and there's a flag on the field. Most likely, this is going to be against Green Bay. We'll see right now what it is. I watch a lot of football. I used to play football when I was in high school and middle school and stuff. I played flag football. I played holding on receiving team, half the distance to the goal, first down. I played a lot of flag football, and I played tackle football, of course, in high school. And I won a championship in flag football. And I did the quarterback challenge, and I came in first place on that because I played quarterback. It was fun times. It was really fun times, especially when I won the quarterback challenge. That was really cool because I beat out my backup quarterback. my backup quarterback thought he was gonna win, right? And I was cheering him on and everything and stuff, but I was like, you're not better than me, like a quarterback. And we had 10 quarterbacks, a total of 20 quarterbacks between backup quarterbacks and quarterbacks competing for the quarterback challenge. And my backup quarterback was in first place. I was in second place at the time. And he ran his course and got a pretty good time. I was like, okay. But I knew I was faster. I was more accurate. I was like more focused than he was. So when they call me up, I just get this like big chest pump to myself, and everybody's like, they're looking at me because we're in the stands, and they call me, so I'm coming down from the stands. They're like, oh shit, because the other guys knew. They were like, he's good. So this guy, and then as soon as they hit the whistle to go, I was off. And man, I was so accurate. I did the whole course, pretty much destroyed my backup quarterback timing, and I came in first place and I won. And my backup quarterback always envied me. He was like, he he was always he was kind of like mean too, because he was my backup, and he always wanted the spotlight, but I was much better than he was, and he would always try to show off. That was his problem. I go, look, I told him too, you show off too much. That's the problem. I don't, and I do what I need to do, and I do it good, and you just like to show off. One time, and this was after I had told him that he was playing basketball, full court basketball, and I came, to the courts, and he saw me. So I dabbed him up and said, yo, what's up, everyone, and everything. And then he was trying to show off again. So he went up to go for a layup. He went up, trying to dunk the ball, and he got bumped by someone. And then on the way down, he landed on his leg and broke his leg, literally broke his leg in half. I was freaked out. I freaked the fuck out. I was like, no. And I got scared. And it's just this, I was 16 years old at that time. He broke his leg. And I was like, we gotta call 911. Someone had a phone. At that time, I didn't have a cell phone. Someone had a phone. They called 911, and the ambulance came, the police came, and all that stuff. And he was crying. Man, I feel so bad because the bone came out of the skin, it was broken. And I was like, fuck. I was so mad too, because I knew he was trying to show off a little bit. And I was like, damn, there goes my backup. literally, I was like, that's my backup quarterback. Like, I gotta make sure I'm okay. We had games we had to play. I was like, and he was done. He was done for. He never got better. He never got like his leg. They had to put a lot of rods and screws, and he was never the same after years. Even when we turned 18 and like in our senior year, he was never the same with his leg, and it just sucked. It really sucked for him. But you could come on, Miss Harris, if you want to come through to the show. You could come on. I'm on Street. I'm actually on Rumble. So you go to Rumble, you could come on to the show. I post the link to the show on Rumble. And you're asking, where can I find your show? Well, go to rumble.com/MyMindoverYourMatter, and you'll see my show there. Sign up, subscribe, and get your account activated, and come over to My Mind Over Your Matter, subscribe, and watch the show. And the link is always going to be posted on Rumble. That's the only way I'm going to get people to join Rumble, subscribe to my channel, and also participate on the show. I'm not doing it no more through YouTube. This is like a punishment for YouTube. They censor too much, and it's not right. And I'm going to be doing exclusive shows on Rumble where I could, take off the gloves and go bare knuckle and talk about anything and everything that I want on Rumble. Anything political, anything medical, we have some freedom of speech in Rumble, and not so much on YouTube. But any questions you want to ask me, any psychic questions, if you're willing, yes, I'm willing. But come join me, join the show, come on to Rumble, join the show. It's free. You can ask me a question. I don't answer questions from the chat room. You guys got to come onto the show if you want a psychic reading, if you want to talk, you got to come onto the show. It's free to get on. You can do it through your cell phone. You can do it through your computer. You could do it through your tablet. You could join the show. All right, Ryan Tannehill just got sacked. Tennessee has the ball at the 32-yard line. They did a draw play. It's 4th down and 14. Tennessee's going to punt the ball back to Green Bay. So that's a 4-and-out for Tennessee. Let's see if Green Bay could get themselves together, man, because Green Bay had a big win last week, but I feel like Green Bay is so unstable with their team. And I do picks, like football picks, like football games. Like I'll pick winners. It's just for those that are into the fantasy football or gambling, like picking out teams to win, to get my opinion and what I feel. You can always, come to me for that. Because a lot of people, they gamble on this DraftKings, or they go to another, what's another gambling site? You have DraftKings, and you have, what is the other one? Shit. There's a few of them where you can gamble, and you can win, you can win good money. And sometimes I'll just do a show where I'm just talking about teams and how I feel about them and the energy, just feel the energy and just go by and pick out winners. Can make some people money. But if you want to join the show, gotta come over to Rumble, come and join me, and we'll have some fun. I'll be Where's Albie? Albie's in the background. I don't know what he's doing. He's listening. He's chilling. He always pops in. I'm going to be running out of here in 25 minutes. Yeah, but Miss Harris, you need to come on Rumble. Join. It's free. That's what I'm telling people. Just go to Rumble. It's just like YouTube. It's just, I'm telling you, you can watch shows on there. They have commercials, of course, but like that's how YouTube started. I have the premium on YouTube, so I don't have commercials. I'm not a big fan of commercials. I paid not to see commercials. Literally, that's the only reason why I pay YouTube. That's the only reason why I pay YouTube is not to see their commercials. I think Rumble, there's commercials. I mean, all my videos on Rumble gets monetized, not like YouTube. YouTube, you have to have a certain amount of people watching and a certain amount of people subscribed, and you have to do these hoops and hurdles. Over at Rumble, all my videos get monetized. So in due time, they'll make a lot of money in the future. You know, as I continue doing this show daily, more people will come in. I can talk to them over live. I want to talk to the people. I don't want to conversate in the chat room. The chat room could be a crazy place. You know, it's just the energy is very wild. But if you join me on Rumble and you come onto the show, it'll be worth it. And my show's free, and to sign up to Rumble is free. You just gotta join. Second one, let's see, Green Bay's moving. Is that a first down? Yep, first down. It's a 3-yard run. See if Green Bay could get themselves going. Because Green Bay is not a team that's a fast starting team. They're a very slow starting team. But once they get themselves going, they're capable of winning. It's just, it's not I don't know, they're not very consistent. Especially this year with their receivers, they're not consistent. Aaron Rodgers he's pretty good. He's a pretty good quarterback. It's just he wants to play until he's an older age, and I don't blame him. Green Bay tried to get rid of him a few times, but he still wants to play, and he's a really good caliber quarterback. I mean, he's no Tom Brady, but he's as good as he is and as accurate as he is too. And Rodgers has a hell of an arm. He has a rocket of an arm. So if the guy wants to play until he's 50, let him play until he's 50. But look at that pass. Perfect pass down at the 40-yard line. Tennessee 40-yard line. Green Bay's moving the ball. Beautiful pass by Aaron Rodgers. Wow. Just talking about him right now. He just threw like a most beautiful pass to Randall Cobb. Look at that. Wow. The ball is just like so perfect. Like the way it just spirals. He knows how to throw a ball. He's been throwing balls for a long time. Let's see what they're going to do. He's changing the call. He's going with a run play. And they lost 2 yards on that play. Albie, where's Albie?
Oh shit, I'm here.
Hey, man. I'm gonna wrap it up in 20 minutes.
All right.
So I gotta do some talking here, and I gotta do some planning. I'm gonna get the studio going. It's gonna take a lot of work to get it done. A lot of technical. It's more technical than anything. I'm more worried about the technical. I'm not worried about the show. The show's gonna be the show. You know, things are gonna look different. It's just the things that I want to do is pretty technical. So that's another clue for the new My Mind Over Your Matter studio. It's gonna be let's put it this way. It's gonna be futuristic. Damn. That's what's up. Okay, can it get any better than this, right? Green Bay first down. Oh, fumble. Fumble, Green Bay fumbled. And I think Green Bay has the ball. Yeah, Green Bay has the ball. Oof. That was close. The running back had fumbled the ball. Randall Cobb jumped on it. Yeah, the helmet hit the ball and the ball came out. And the ball was loose for a good moment. And the receiver covered up and got the ball. So lucky Green Bay. Super lucky they got the ball back. Oof. Yeah, but the guy hit his helmet on his arm, right where the ball is. Shit, I probably would have fumbled the ball too. Oh, another first down, Green Bay. They're moving the ball. They're about to get into the 20-yard line. So I think they're in the red zone. I wish they would say what yard line they're at when they're putting up the score and the time. They should say, well, yeah, the ball is going to be at the 15-yard line. Green Bay is in the red zone. Let's see what Green Bay can do in the red zone. Will they be able to get a touchdown or settle for a field goal? We will find out here live from My Mind Over Your Matter. Here goes a pass. And it's a 2-yard gain. Second down and 8. I didn't like that play. That play was stupid. That's the thing about what's going on with Green Bay. It's just they're calling stupid plays. Like, these plays I will not be calling. Second and 8. Let's see what Green Bay can do. Run play? Why would you do a run play? There's a -1 yard. So it's 3rd and 9. Oh, no huddle. They're going with no huddle. No huddle's quick. Oh, Rodgers pointing around. There's a flag down. Rodgers is throwing into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. But there's a flag down. That was a quick no huddle. That was just straight to the. They pretended they was going to do a huddle. 12 man on the field. It's touchdown. Penalty is declined. Touchdown, Green Bay. With 0 on the clock in the first quarter, comes to an end. After the extra point, yeah, it was a flag. Too many men on the field on the defense. Rodgers is pointing everywhere, throws to the end zone, and touchdown. Caught for a touchdown. Number 9. He's been on fire, that dude. He's a rookie wide receiver for Green Bay, and he caught it. Touchdown, Green Bay. And here goes the extra point. Extra point's blocked. It's blocked. And the score is going to be 7-6. Green Bay. And that's it. That's the end of the first quarter. Your score: Tennessee Titans 7, Green Bay 6. Wow. Just that throw for a touchdown was amazing. This kid has gone between this week and last week, he has 4 touchdowns. Yeah, I need to get off here so I can watch the game in peace. I'm going to put it on my television. I'll be on tomorrow. You're on every day.
Yeah, I'm on every day, man. When you come on, that's when it get on.
It gets entertaining. Yeah, tomorrow. I don't know what time I'm coming. Maybe I'll still come in like at 6. It all depends how I feel. You know, a lot of times when I do these shows, that's how I feel. If I feel good, I come on early. If I feel normal, I'll come in. If I feel too energetic, I come on late night when I can't sleep and I want to do a late night show. That's why the studio needs to get set up. I'm gonna work on it, trying to get the area set up for the show. And once the area is set up, and I can get the technical, there's technical things I gotta do. You can say, what technical? You'll see. You'll see. We'll see if we like it. You know what I mean? That's my more concern. How appealing is gonna be for the eyes once I set up the technical portion of the show. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be awesome. Albie's already yawning. Yeah, man, I was yawning earlier, but I feel okay. Shawnee Harris. Harris, I know you want to ask a question. If you like, I'm not gonna put the link out on YouTube. Maybe one day I'll do it for the hell of it, but tonight's not the night for it. I want people to join me on Rumble and come up to Rumble. Albie did it. Albie, how easy it is.
It's very easy.
And come on the show and ask whatever questions you want to ask. If you want a reading, let's do it. I do it for free, but you're not gonna get it easy either. You're gonna have to jump some hoops and some hurdles. Come on over to Rumble and join the show. That's it. That's all, and it's easy. Albie does it. He does it all the time. He comes on through Rumble. We need to build up Rumble. We need to build up an audience in Rumble. Right now, we're in the beginning. It's like still in the beginning stages of comeback. Coming back onto YouTube and starting fresh on Rumble. So we'll build it up. In the meantime, if you want to see what I'm capable of, like with my psychic abilities, maybe you could go back and rewatch some of my shows. I need to go, one day and go back and watch my shows. That's over 300. I'm not going to watch every single one, but I need to highlight my psychic stuff, my like shows where you can see me doing what I do and see how good I am, with many people from all around the world. So just have to go back and watch. I've done a lot of shows. I already did over 300 on one channel. The other channel has like 100 and something. And then Rumble, you have tonight will be 17 videos. Or less. I think it's like 16 on Rumble. But on YouTube, on my Mind Over Your Matter, I have over 300 307 videos already. So if you go back and watch like some of my like, there's a lot of shows I've done. I just need to pick out the ones and highlight some of the my gifts and how clairvoyant, how sensitive I am to energy, and how I hear the voices in my head and repeat what's said to me. Um, like there's a lot that I'm capable of, and people, some know, like Albie knows. There's some people that knows that been with me for a very long time. They know, it's I don't need to. I feel like I'm selling myself, and I don't need to be. It's like I'm trying to push you to buy me, and it's like no need to, But if you want confirmations, you could go back and watch. I mean, it's all there. All my shows are recorded, and let's see here in Tennessee. Ooh, that was a good tackle. Nice. Lost for a yard, so it's gonna be 2nd and 11, Tennessee. Um, I really, really want Green Bay to win this game. Oh, the guy again outside. He's screaming for his girl to throw him the keys. You see, because where I live, you only get one building key. So if you're in a relationship with somebody else and there's only one key. So if you live, all the apartments have a window to the outside. So you could tell her man, he'd be screaming, yo, he screams out her name. So she could throw down the key so he could open the door and come on in. Sometimes she don't hear him, and I think she does it on purpose, and he'd be screaming to the top of his lungs. And then sometimes she'll say, one time she said, I was in the bathroom. I'm like, listen, I didn't need to know all that. But your man's screaming. He wants to come in. You know what I mean? It's cold outside. But it's funny every time I hear it. It always happens around this time too. Always. He calls for her.
Does he has a smartphone? It'll be better if he calls her.
No, but he does. I don't think he has a cell phone. I don't think he has a cell phone. That's the thing. I don't think he has. I don't know if he has a phone. He doesn't uses the phone. He hollers at her. So I don't think he has a cell phone.
Yeah, I think it's very stupid. I'll have me some form of a way to contact a woman. I wouldn't scream at my woman in the apartment.
Yeah, but he does. He doesn't have a phone because if he did, it would make sense. He'd call her on the phone, but there's still people out there that don't have phones, don't have cell phones, and they don't want a cell phone. Like it's a distraction, And sometimes the ladies don't want their mans having phones, so they don't have to be, looking around or sometimes you have women that are they have insecurities, and one is the trust of a man, to have trust with him, to be faithful and not be dirty. So there's people that don't have cell phones. And it's cool. It's okay not to have one. I mean, I have one. I've been having it for a long time, but it's like, look, they don't have phones. No, I don't think they have a phone tag team, because he always screaming at her. Not screaming, but he hollers like, "Yo, baby!" It's so funny. And she throws him the key. She always, and this is not the only one that does it. There's like 3 others on this side that do it. They're always hollering. They're like, "Mama!" And they're like, "Oh, okay, yeah, I'll throw you the key," in Spanish. And they toss the key. I remember Like sometimes when my friends used to come over and visit, and they will park in the visitor parking, I was like, "Oh, I'll throw you the key. Just come on in." It's like here's the key, and just throw the key down. Because they have a special key to get in, and there's only one key per apartment. Yeah, because I wasn't gonna go down to open the door. I threw that key out the window. And it's like here, and it's like New York. It's the same thing like that. Sometimes in New York, it's like that. If you have a
Well,
window,
you know what that man needs to do? He needs to take that key and have it duplicated thing.
no, because the keys they're not allowed to do duplicates. It's written on the key. It's like it's a special key. It's not like a regular door key.
Oh,
It's a special key. It's weird key. Trust me, it's fucking weird. I wish I could get a duplicate. Trust me, I really do. But I don't really need to because like I don't need to. But yeah, they're not allowed to do duplicates. That's just the way the setup here is. Each one apartment, one key to enter. If you have more members of the family, let's say if you really want a key, then you have to purchase it. And I think it's an extra $100 or something like that. Extra $50 or $100 for a key.
so you can have.
I don't need it like that. Fuck that. And if my key breaks, they'll replace it. But I have to give in the broken key, and then they give me the one key. It's just, yeah. I wish they could make a copy though. Look like they're short. Let me see. I'm gonna do a measurement to see if the ball crossed the line, to see if they got a first down. Let me see. Oh, that's close. Yeah, I think he got the first down. I think he got the first down. It looks close. Yeah, but the quarterback shouldn't be moving like that. I think that should have been a penalty because the quarterback went like this with his arms, walking towards the sideline. And I think the quarterback shouldn't be doing that. I think there should be a rule that the quarterback needs to be set on a play and not be moving around. But Tennessee's in a no huddle. They're doing the same thing what Green Bay did. And the reason why you do that, no huddle like that, is to tire out the defense and to keep them on the field, not have them change personnel right away. When you get in a huddle, you can change personnel. You could bring in, or like the office could bring in, and some come off, and the defense they could switch defense and switch, to another, other players come in. But no huddle, it's not easy to do that. And no huddle, the personnel has to stay on the field. If not, you don't have enough time to change. But Tennessee is moving the ball. They got the ball at the 30. They got a first down. Ball at the 37-yard line. 38-yard line. First down, Tennessee. It's gonna be an interesting game. Once I get off here in a minute, I'm gonna watch it. So thank you for everyone watching. Thank you, Tag Team, for coming through. Tag Team, tomorrow, come back on here, and then I'll let you know like around what time I can send you a message on Zoom. So with that said, I'm out. It was a good show. It was fun. We'll do it again tomorrow. We didn't do much of a psychic anything today, which is okay. I had a good story to tell, so I hope you got entertained by that. It was a little bit gruesome, especially with all that blood part, But it's what I experienced, you know, and I'm only gonna tell you guys what I experienced in my life. And yeah, we'll do this again tomorrow. Let's have some fun tomorrow. Come back. Maybe I could do a late night. It'll be nice if I could do one. And then we could we'll see. We'll see tomorrow because it's Friday. So, and yeah, we'll figure it out. All right, Albie, have a good night.
All right. All right, you too, Ray.
And everybody else, have a good evening, a good morning, and a good afternoon. And I'll catch everyone on the flip side. See you tomorrow. Peace.